So, they showed this man tilling wheat in slow motion. Now, this might be fucked up, but imagine if Roots had like slow motion scenes like
Okay,
that.
so I'm not fucked up. 'Cause I thought the same shit. Like, oh, they're bringing back slavery.
Yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast.
All right, before we start, Chris, I need to ask you one question. What is this on your sweatshirt? Is that Rick and Morty?
Yeah, man.
What you know about Rick and Morty?
I don't know shit about him. I went to the fucking Goodwill like 2 days ago because I needed a sweatshirt to work out in. And it was like $2, so I got it.
Man, yeah, okay. I guess that's one of those kind of sweaters you'd find there. I find you actually find some good stuff at Goodwill. I've walked through there a couple of times and I've come across some gems. I've actually donated some stuff to Goodwill that like somebody came across it. Like they would, a couple pairs of Jordans and shit.
Yeah, I don't sleep on the Goodwill. I mean, you never know what you might find.
Yeah.
But, I mean, because I'm not knocking it. But when I know I'm going to go buy throwaway clothes, which I know sounds really, really bad, I go look at the throwaway store.
So I was watching. You ever watch Exit Through the Gift Shop?
No, I never heard of it.
It's a documentary about like street art, but one of the guys, like before he gets into street art, he owns like a vintage clothing store in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he would just go buy like bags of like used clothing for like $50, like huge bags, like 50 like 500-pound bag of clothes for $50. He would just go through it because most of the clothes were crap, whatever. But then he'd find like a name brand shirt or something or pants where the stitching's kind of messed up. So then he would put it down, mark it as designer, and he'd jack that price up to like $1,000.
Really?
Yeah. People in LA eat that shit up.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the whole clothing industry, shit like that it's a racket, man. Like your clothing ain't worth that much.
Mm.
I think name brands, all that stuff is just, it's too much. I don't know. I don't think there's much value in it, or as much value as people put into it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. Like some shirts there, they do have like a better feeling or whatever on your skin.
Yeah.
But I can't say I never would, but I don't think I could ever see myself buy like $1,000 shirt.
Bro, I remember I was talking to one of these. He's a wrestler. He's not there anymore, but I was having this conversation with him. I'm not gonna say who it is.
Mm-hmm.
One day, he was just like, "Bro, I was so drunk last night. Bro, I bought like $2,500 worth of Gucci shit." I was like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Really? That's crazy." He goes, "Bro, I bought a hat, a belt, and a cell phone case." And I was like, "What?"
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, what?
God dang.
I know, $2,500.
That's some people's 6 months rent.
Bro, that's, I mean, you go to a Section 8, that's a year's rent.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. $2,500 for a belt, a cell phone case, and a hat.
Man.
Not even like a nice fedora, just a baseball cap. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's out of my wheelhouse. I don't know about you, but that's I maybe if you got Brother Rich, you might do that, but
Brother Rich.
Yeah.
Is that the new slave for Hood Rich?
I don't know. I can't say the other word. That's all.
I'm gonna buy a new Escalade.
Yeah, you would. Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red 4 Delta. How's everybody doing out there?
Well, if you buy a new Escalade, I'm sure you'll get a DVD player in there. Are you watching this movie in that DVD player?
Well, no, I'll be driving. But yeah. If
you entertain the family?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it'll do that. It had decent action in this one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the movie that we watched this week it's a hot subject online right now. If you pay attention, if you're on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, but the director is very polarizing. Some people like him, a lot of people don't. I am an unabashed fan of Zack Snyder. I don't know about you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think last time we talked about it, we both said, like he's made some of our favorite movies.
Oh yeah, he's definitely not a bad director at all.
Yeah.
Or he's the director and the writer, right?
Yeah, writer, director. I think so. He's like, I think he came up with the story, but it was like him and a couple other people wrote the script.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but
I'll
the
tell you the only
movie,
thing.
good.
I'll tell you the only thing I hate is like which I know that's his thing, but it's like certain slow mos didn't need to be slow mos. I feel like other parts should have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I like it. I like the fact that he uses it a lot because one, it gives him it's his own sense of style. Like everybody wants him to do it the way they want him to do it, but I'm like, nah, he makes the movies the way he does. It is what it
Oh,
is.
I mean, I wouldn't even tell him to change it. I mean, by all means, it's not going to stop me from watching the movie, especially if it's a good movie. You
Yeah.
just look at certain scenes. It's like, okay, that probably should have been regular action speed, but this one right here, you should have slowed that shit down. You know what I'm saying?
Like when dude was just tilling some wheat. Like you ain't doing that in slow motion, bro.
Look, man, I told you I was having the stupidest ass crazy thoughts. 'Cause I started watching it when I was drinking, so I was ad libbing for the characters.
Bro. Oh, so they showed this man tilling wheat in slow motion. Now this might be fucked up, but imagine if Roots had like slow motion scenes like
Okay,
that.
so I'm not fucked up. 'Cause I thought the same shit. Like, oh, they're bringing back slavery.
All right.
Oh shit,
So the movie we're talking about is
that's fucked
yeah,
up.
is
I thought it was a drunk thought of mine.
yeah, drunk thoughts drunk words or sober thoughts.
Man, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they say.
Yeah, well, the movie we're talking about is the new one out. It's Rebel Moon 2, part 2
Mhm.
of the Rebel Moon series. Supposedly, part 2 of a six-parter. I don't know if it's gonna be a six-parter, but
Mm,
yeah, like off rip. Did you like the movie?
I did. I liked it a lot better than the first one.
Why?
Um, I mean, when you look at it both together, obviously it's the buildup of the first one, and then the second one, all the action, and everything. But even the first one had action like towards the end, like it started kicking off and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just like I guess they got right into it, so you can see like everything's already done. So let's get right to the point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think I liked it better than the first one, mainly because that first movie I remember watching it and I felt like everything felt small. It always like everything, but even though it was supposed to be big, it always felt like it was in a little room. I don't know why, but
Oh
this
yeah,
one,
okay,
but this one actually felt like they was out in the field or out in a village or on a big ship. It didn't feel like it was all shot in a little closet.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I like this movie a lot actually. Um, in watching it, I mean, it's clearly a second parter. It's not like Lord of the Rings where the
Mhm.
first movie and the second movie, like you can still watch them on their own.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like you can watch these two on their own, but it's definitely a much stronger if you just watch them together.
yeah. I agree.
I mean, do you think Zack Snyder is do you think he's unable to make a short movie?
I think depending on the story,
Why? What do you mean?
because we talked about this earlier. Like some movies don't need a long script or whatever. They just got to be performed correctly.
Yeah.
We talked about Maverick.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wasn't no crazy story. Wasn't a dope ass script. It wasn't even no crazy great acting. It was
Yeah.
just a dope ass movie. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like he could because the way he likes his action and everything else. If he had a cool story that made sense, that connected with people, and just did what he does, I think he could do a good hour and a half movie.
Yeah, I believe he can because like when I watch his movies, like there's a lot of stuff where he likes to go in depth and really like give you eye candy sometimes. So
Mhm.
like he doesn't like to trade you know eye candy for substance or substance for eye candy. Like he likes to try to give you both. And so
Mhm.
sometimes he likes taking his time telling the story, which I can appreciate because sometimes you watch a movie and like it shit just zips through way too
Yeah.
fast.
Mm.
And
But
this
see,
one,
if he,
he takes his time, which I like because then you can really appreciate the story they're trying to tell.
I told you when I watched the actual 4 hour Justice League,
Yeah,
I was mad that one didn't air in theaters. I feel like it should have been in theaters. We should have had like a 15-minute intermission just to use the bathroom, get more popcorn, and get back to it. Because watching that shit on the big screen would have been dope as fuck.
Yeah, I
even
mean,
though it was long as fuck.
and the thing, some people will sit there and complain like, "Oh, if it's over like 2 hours, like oh, I'm not watching it. It's too long." And I'm like, man, pull your skirt up and go watch the movie.
Be careful, this kids culture these days.
I'm just saying, like, if you
I'll say, get the Santa Clitoris. Let's go.
why you pronounce it like that?
Look, that's what I had a joke I used to say it like that. You got sand in your clitoris? Shut the fuck up.
You just sound like a dinosaur. Clitoris.
That's the way he talked. That's the way he talked.
I saw a clitoris get eaten by a T-Rex.
Like, goddamn. I don't think she found that pleasurable.
Oh, that's a big ass clitoris.
Oh man.
Speaking of clitorises, what you drinking?
That's a terrible but great segue at the same time. Luckily for me, I'm chilling, and I'm just gonna try this thing. I don't know. It's called the Beast Hard Perfect Peach by Monster, 6% alcohol.
Yeah, it's like a not a seltzer, but like a kind of like an energy drink with with some alcohol in it.
Well, luckily for me, I got time to kill, so I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let me know how it tastes because like I've seen it. I remember I went to a craft beer festival and they had a stand that had those. I never got any, but
you know me, I'm not really a sweet person. I'm sweet enough.
I don't know. I don't know. You real sugary, bro.
No. That's why the ladies love me. You know what I'm saying?
You brown sugar.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's what I'm sipping on.
You're not brown sugar, bro. You molasses. You're on that dark side.
Oh man.
No shots or just that? Oh yeah,
Nah,
you can't be traveling with shots.
Oh no, shit. Well, for one, like I said, I ain't going nowhere, so I got time to kill.
Yeah.
But there ain't no store around me. This was a gas station special.
Yeah. There's actually a alcohol that I was watching some video the other day and it popped up. So but there's none available around me. So I got to order it online. It's whiskey. So I'm going to order a bottle online. And when I get it in, then I'll try it on camera. But until then, I will just be dabbling in the my Chipper Jones sweet tea moonshine, like always.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm gonna try something a little different today.
What's that? You found pussy juice?
Oh no! I wish.
your eyes got bright as hell.
I know. Let's sell that shit in the big cans, like the fucking like the Arizona tea.
Hell yeah!
This is
for 99 cents. Oh man,
that'd be crazy if they sold pussy juice for 99 cents.
I don't even want to know the woman it came from. Like, for 99 cents? Nah, I don't know.
That tastes like the water in the tuna can.
Oh shit!
I don't know if this is delicious or rancid, but it's familiar.
Yeah, for real.
No, I got this thing. It's called Athletic Brewing.
Okay.
Free Wave Hazy IPA.
Oh, IPA. That's interesting for you.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. This is actually a non-alcoholic beer.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of my friends actually started drinking Athletic Brewing because they've been keeping off the alcohol. It's got a lot more carbs in it than I normally like, but 70 calories.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's got like 16 grams of carbs, which I mean I don't think that's that high for a beer, but I like the seltzers. They only got like 1 or 2.
Any protein?
No. Now this ain't pussy juice. Pussy juice got a lot of protein in it. Floating around, we're floating around like the fucking the coconut pieces in the coconut.
The little aloe pieces in the Mexican aloe drinks.
Like, what is this, boba? Like, nah.
Oh man.
All right, so let's get into this because, again, like I said, online, this movie has been like dividing people. I've had friends who are big Zack Snyder fans who are questioning whether they like Zack Snyder anymore because of this movie, which is baffling to me.
Really?
Yeah. Because I think like we said, I think it's better than the first one, like much better than the first one.
No, definitely.
I mean, and granted, the first one it had the task of having to set up the story. So you're gonna
Mhm.
there's gonna be a lot more like talk and a lot more exposition. But this one you're a little bit of a recap. Then for the most part, it's just let's get into it. Let's prepare for this war, and then let's fight this war.
Yeah.
All right, cheers.
Yeah. Cheers, brother.
Oh, that's like the most sweet tea flavored one that I've had so far. Only because I mixed it nice, but oh yeah.
Now, this actually still tastes like the juice. Like it has a small bite of the alcohol, but
Mhm.
not like other ones where you can like it's a nasty aftertaste of alcohol.
Yeah.
That'd be better with some ice, but this actually isn't bad. It's still sweet, more sweeter than my taste,
Yeah.
but
Ni-
not yeah.
Is that like a nice summer out when you're having a barbecue? Just
Yeah, I would say so.
okay. I don't know. I wonder if they what's the sugar content in that?
Shit, you got me reading right now.
Yeah.
Where's my glasses at?
I know it ain't, I know it's higher than fourth grade level, but you'll pass.
Shit. I still I don't know ABCs. I only know them because of the song. It's repetitive. Honestly, shit. Honestly, unless I'm reading the wrong shit, I don't think it's on here.
Mm.
No, I can see it, but because of my light angle, I'm not gonna be able to read it right now.
See, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I see. I like how you coming up with excuses. It's
Well,
because
no, I
of
can
the
turn the
light.
other
It's
lights on
because
in
of
the
the
truck.
light, not because you can't read. Okay,
If you saw my setup in here, it's all darkness around me.
bro, you look like you look at that you look at that kid that the dude that was kidnapping the little girl and what was it, Hidden in Plain Sight or some shit like that. Was it Hidden
Was
in
that the
Plain
one Mark
Sight?
Wahlberg?
No. It was a documentary about a guy who was like fell in love with the young girl and like kidnapped her and then like convinced her that they was aliens that she had to reprocreate and
Oh, yeah.
and then he ended up having sex with the mom and the dad.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. Yeah. You talking about now
The
that
dad was
crazy ass
like, he
shit.
told me he needed it, and I just we were on a fishing trip, and I just I was like, what?
Wow.
How you gonna just that's what the dude told you? I just need it.
It actually doesn't say the sugar count. It just says sweeteners. But I'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right. So this is a hazy IPA. I had a hazy IPA the other day. So that's the only reason why I got this. Cause like, oh, that one wasn't that bad. So
But that's non-alcoholic.
yeah, let's see.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, that's not bad.
Looks like orange marmalade
Yeah.
or really, really, really dirty pee.
Nah, it's like orange marmalade and Dawn dish soap.
Oh, okay.
So that's what that's what the foam looks like. No, it's actually not that bad. Like how like sometimes with beer you get that like that bitter aftertaste. This one's actually pretty smooth.
Mm.
All right. So yeah. Okay, so Zack Snyder does this thing with a lot of his movies where he likes to build up the story and build up the characters, and then all of a sudden just after, a little while, then he fucking gets into the action. Kind of like Batman vs Superman,
Mhm.
Justice League. Like it's a slow build with a little bit of action, then all of a sudden he just kicks it into high gear.
Did he do Man of Steel?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So with that setup, okay, and if you remember the first movie, do you feel like the action in part two justified how slow part one was?
Definitely justified it. No. I don't
Why
think
not?
it justified it.
Why not?
Okay, there's one part of the movie that I thought was dope as hell, but at the same time should have been so much more.
What's that?
When the robot changed forms.
What do you mean?
Well, not really changed forms, but went to fight.
Oh, when he shows up on the battlefield?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I just felt like he should have been more powerful, more faster. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it was still dope what he did, but I feel like it should have been like one of those, like moving so quick you could hear the power come to the speakers, like when he's hitting shit or throwing shit and everything else like that.
Yeah.
But Um,
See, yeah, so I can agree with that because Cora at one point when she sees him, in they was like in the cave or some shit, and
mhm.
she was like, the thing the thing they're scared of is me and you teaming up,
Mm.
So like in that sense, I felt like he should have came in there and just like when Thor showed up in fucking Infinity War.
Yeah, and went ape shit crazy real quick.
Yeah, it should have been
Yeah,
like that, but it wasn't. It was good. It was good. It helped, but it
yeah,
didn't have that like holy shit moment.
yeah. Like when you talk about Thor, yeah, when he came through in Wakanda,
Yeah.
yeah, they saw the axe coming through.
Hmm.
The movie theater was cheered. That's how you know a movie's fucking good.
Yeah, yeah. Did you have a favorite action sequence or action moment of action in this movie?
um, the surprise element of the attack, I did like that
What do you mean?
when I can't think of his name, but I guess not the general or the lieutenant shows up.
Oh no,
And,
the admiral?
yeah, the admiral. There you go.
Yeah.
And he's talking to Cora, and she's about to offer herself up, and her boyfriend takes the gun and shoots the bell or whatever,
Yeah.
and then everybody came out and just starts fucking shit up.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's how you fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that was dope.
So okay, so why do you think the boyfriend did that?
Shit, I did the same shit. I'm tired of politics with you motherfuckers.
Yeah, but like she was about to give herself up in order to save the village. She didn't want nobody dying, for her.
I mean, shit. Okay, I get all that, but if you know what's coming and you've been prepared for it, I'd be pissed too. If I just got done chopping all this wheat, you know what I'm saying, and digging these holes for nothing. Oh, I'm fighting somebody. Goddamn it, shit. Now I'm fighting off a GP because I'm pissed off. I was trying to fight to protect everything. Now I'm just mad. You know what I'm saying?
All right, speaking of something similar. All right, so you watched all the Twilight movies, right?
Okay.
Okay. In that last movie, they get into that big fight with all the fucking vampires and stuff.
Yep.
But like I think it's all in their head or some shit like that.
Yes, it's what I can't remember her name, but she actually shows him what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
and then of course it doesn't.
Yeah. But the thing is, in the book, yeah, they're preparing to do all that shit, and then they just meet up and nothing ever happens.
Hmm.
So like, yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like that's like when I saw the movie, I was like, okay, they had to show a big battle because otherwise, theater would be fucking pissed for all that build up just to have motherfuckers come up and talk and shake hands.
I mean, yeah, I definitely agree. But even so, it feels like a real life situation. I don't care if it's my girlfriend, my right hand man, whatever the case may be, my captain, shit, my private, whatever, and say, look, if we've been geared up for this and we recruited all these people and we got we got shit to set up and everything else, we all know there's a chance we could die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So fuck it.
Okay. Yeah. I get that. But if there's a chance to resolve it without fighting, wouldn't you take it?
No, there's not resolved because
That's what Cora was doing. She goes, "There's a chance we could end this without the people that I love, losing their life."
but they already showed. Look, in the words of Stone Cold, don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
And in the first movie, he showed that didn't give a fuck. He walked into that same village to speak to the elder and then killed them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Try to be all friendly. Nah, fuck that. You don't get no more passes. Let's say, fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me
Yeah.
twice, can't put the blame on you because I let you back in and you did the same shit you showed me you did the first time.
Yeah. Well,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
So I mean, when I bring that up, I'm just being like devil's advocate. For me, I understood why he did that because he understood that, like, no, like, if you give yourself up, they ain't
Nah,
keeping their word.
he did it. He did it because he was like, "Don't take my pussy."
He's like, we live in this wasteland. I only got one piece of pussy juice. I ain't letting that shit. I got to ration it.
Oh man.
I don't care if she got a nice fade. But like, yeah, I can see in his mind, he was like, he knows, like, nah, they're not going away. If you give yourself up, he might say he's gonna let us go, but he's not gonna. Which, in that sense, he's like, no, like, I know where this is headed. We're prepared for it, so let's fucking go.
Yeah.
You know what? I think even thinking about it now, I think one of the reasons why I like this Part two better than part one. I felt like the action was cleaner.
Okay.
Because you remember in part one, like when you saw Korra fighting with when they were trying to take over the village,
hmm
she was fighting in the barn. Like it was cool, but she kind of looked like someone who didn't know how to fight. That they kind of
Yeah.
taught to do some moves. Where in
hmm
this one, she actually looked like a warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a warrior.
Oh shit. I think that's the first time I heard you say it on camera. Oh
Pass
man.
it up. I couldn't pass it up.
Yeah.
No, I think one of my favorite action sequences in this movie is right near the end where her and the admiral are fighting, and then
hmm
the ship is falling out the sky. So
Yeah.
they're sliding down the ship, but they're still fighting, as they're going down.
Yeah.
And again, like I was talking about earlier, where the first movie they were on a fucking like a dock with like fucking ships and everything fighting,
hmm
but it still felt real small. Whereas this felt like they were sliding down a big ass ship, just trying to get
Yeah.
the better of each other, which I thought was fucking dope.
hmm
You know? Yeah. I don't know. I'm curious to see if this becomes more than just these two, but
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know. From what I'm reading, it might not progress even more. Like,
Well, they're supposed to fight for the queen or something like that.
the princess. The princess isn't dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she goes into the story about how she killed, or she was the assassin for the princess,
hmm
and that's why she was like, ashamed of herself. That's why she had to leave. Matter
Yeah.
of fact, let's talk about everybody's backstory. Was there like, I don't in the first movie, I think they kind of slightly went over people's backstories a little bit.
I want to say they went over chorus. I know that because they talked about her like being in love or some shit like that, and how
Well,
she had like
shit, what?
like team up with like with other people in the army, and that was like her person or whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't remember hearing too much about anybody else's background. Like the dude that fought the damn eagle, bird, dragon shit, or even Titus. Too much of his backstory. They just like they talked about, but didn't go into it.
Yeah, because I remember like they talked about like the dude with the long hair. They were like, okay, he's a prince and all that shit, but they didn't really like delve into it. But in this one, you kind of got, when they sat down and
hmm
and were trying to break bread before the actual war, like they kind of went into each other's backstory of like how they ended up where they are.
Yeah.
Did you have any connection to any of their stories? Or do you even remember
Um,
their stories?
I was gonna say I honestly really don't remember him. I remember Titus because I think he was the first one. He said that he gave himself up to save his men,
Yep.
and it was a trick that they killed all his men in front of him or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
fucking crazy.
yeah,
To teach him a lesson, they killed all his men in front of him, and then they let him live. And
yeah.
so that's why he was like, I can't, I'll never do that again.
Mm.
But I remember, the Asian girl, like she
Oh
couldn't
yeah, I
save
remember her
her
story.
village.
Yeah,
Yeah, she couldn't save her village and all that stuff, and all the people that she loved died. So then she fucking cut off her own arms and outfitted herself with these fucking like crazy mechanical gauntlets so that she could then go fight and save people.
yeah.
What was up with her and the little kid? Do you think it felt like a mother son thing, or was it like a love relationship? Because that felt like love to me.
But see, yeah, I think he just was interested in her.
Yeah,
Everybody had that older woman that was interested in him when they was like 10, 11, 13 years old. Come on now.
yeah. Well, he was like,
I still know mine to this day. I know like all three of them.
yeah, I know. I'm sure she was like, Pastor Jenkins's wife. And,
Look, actually, what was his daughter? Then I've been a whore since I was before I knew what a whore was.
I was like, you would have heard that shit, and you're like, I think I invented that.
Man,
But no, I
look,
mean, no, but in the movie, like when the kid was like, for lack of a better term, flirting with the lady, I was trying to
mhm.
figure out like what does he see in this lady that he's like constantly going up there and like messing with her and playing with her and stuff like that.
I felt like it could have been like a little love story, flirtatious type thing, something like that, or
Hmm.
just the fact of maybe just trying to show the audience her character of how she's so stone faced and the killer minds of business, but there is a soft side to her.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean,
because when he messed with her, she grabbed his hand and she got like a little smile.
well, no,
Like,
she
you
grabbed
know,
his hand. She grabbed the little fucking the wheat, the
oh,
little
okay, that's what it was.
straw,
Yeah.
piece of straw.
hmm
What'd you think of the whole their battle plan? Because you're a guy who used to be in the army, you know
hmm
about plans and how they don't fall through or whatever. Like,
Oh yeah.
what, like that. So their whole thing was, let's put all the wheat. We got to till all this flour, no, this wheat, turn it into flour, and then set that up against the building so that they be like, we can't blow all this up because we need the flour.
Yeah.
That sound like a plausible plan to you?
Yeah, definitely. If you're coming to get something I got and I put it in a place where not necessarily you can't get to it, but you need what's around it also,
Mhm.
then your negotiation terms are gonna be a little different because you
Yeah.
can't just come in and take it. You can't just shoot up the shit because you're what you came to get. You're gonna shoot up too. So it's like a hostage situation. The flower was a hostage.
Yeah, I'd be like, fuck that flour. We gonna take all that burnt flour, turn it into Cajun bread. We good to go.
Oh shit!
Mm.
Just because it's burnt, don't mean it's Cajun. You need seasons for that.
Fucking okay, so the admiral, they brought that motherfucker back to life,
hmm
right? And I don't know what it was, but like that scene where he was like throwing a fit, and then the other commander or whatever came down, like so they could unplug him.
Okay.
Like he was beating up the whatever people were trying to like bring him back to life because they're like, yeah, there's protocols before we can unplug you, before we can feel like you're ready to lead the ship again.
hmm
And he started fucking all them people. And that commander, I don't, for some reason, it felt like he had ulterior motives. It felt like he wasn't really completely sure about this dude coming back to life.
Yeah, because I mean, the commander, if I remember correctly, he was the same one that towards the end of the movie when they're talking about they got the ruckus or whatever going down in the engine room. He
Mhm.
was the one. He was the one up there with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So he had that same look up the whole movie that he wasn't sure about it,
Yeah.
and
It made me feel like he was like maybe doing something on the back end that no one knew about.
um, I didn't catch the like doing some of the back end. I caught it more of he knows how this guy can be,
Yeah.
and because of who he serves or whatever, so to speak, he has to
Mhm.
follow it. But he really doesn't have a good feeling about it.
Yeah. I got this is gonna be a completely random question.
hmm
So I just remember this from the movie Wild Wild West, but the dude that played the bad guy in Wild Wild West, he
hmm
said one of the things that he didn't like was because he was filming the movie, he had to walk around with that crazy looking beard for like 2 months. Right.
Okay.
So now in this movie, you got girls chopping off their hair, cutting it all off. This dude walking around with the crazy fucking like Hitler Caesar cut and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Could you walk? I mean, you're getting paid money, so I guess you could. But could you walk
Mhm.
around with a crazy haircut or a look like that just for the sake of filming a movie?
I want to say yeah. If you believe in that character that much,
Hmm.
or because sometimes money does talk. They're like, yeah, we're gonna pay you $20 million to shave your head and look like Gumby. All right, give me that shit. It'll go back. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. That's $20 million to look like Gumby for 2 hours. I'll shave that shit bald and let it start over. You know what I'm saying?
No, but
If
it's not 2 hours. You're gonna have to walk around with this haircut for like the next 4 months because that's how long it's gonna take to make this movie.
Oh yeah, but that's 4 months on like making the movie. It's only 2 hours on screen. That's all the world's gonna see. You know
Uh,
what I'm saying?
yeah, you're gonna be going to fucking CVS and looking all crazy and shit.
That's why they make baseball caps and scullies and cowboy hats and everything else.
I don't know.
Man.
I would love to like change my hair up for a movie. Like if I had dreads,
hmm
I'd do that shit. Fuck 20 mil. Give me $20, and I'll get putting dreads for a movie.
Oh man, that'd be
Okay.
hilarious. Actually, you know what? That's gonna be hilarious. But Homeboy and what was that? What was the movie we watched? Blue Bayou?
Yeah.
When Asia had dreads? I
Yeah.
don't know. He pulled the look off. He looked like he might have been that dude.
No, but do you ever see remember do you know who Jeremy Lin is, the basketball player?
Yeah,
At one point he had dreads and like Kenyon Martin was talking shit, saying like, oh, he's
yeah.
trying to appropriate black culture and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And Jeremy Lin was like, he's entitled to his opinion. It is what it is. I don't really say nothing about all his Chinese tattoos, but
Oh shit, that is a dope comeback though.
yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, what is fucking appropriation? Like, is that really a thing? Because you hear that a lot in 2024. Or you being
Mhm.
cultural appropriation. You can't wear braids. You can't wear this dress. You know.
That's only because so many things were looked down upon and frowned upon for so many years because of a culture reference.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah.
If you go to another country, I feel like it's not like that in another country. It's only like that here. And I feel like it's because life is so good, we trying to find shit to complain about.
Mm. I can see that. That's why they got cancel culture. People don't got shit else to do but try to cancel shit.
Yeah.
Because
You know who Rick Bayless is? Not Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless
okay,
is from Undisputed. Rick Bayless.
yeah. I was saying,
Rick,
nah, I don't know Rick Bayless. I was like, that name sounds very familiar, but something's wrong. Okay, nah, I don't know Rick.
so Rick Bayless is this chef. He's this white dude. And he's actually, I think he lives in Chicago, and he's known for making like crazy good Mexican food.
Okay.
And his restaurant in Chicago is like, I think a Michelin star or whatever. But it's a white guy. So then people were complaining like, oh, that's cultural appropriation because you're white. You shouldn't be cooking Mexican food. But it's like, to me, it's like if you love this culture, you love it so much that you dedicate your life to not only, cooking that kind of food, but like doing right by it and, trying to further that culture, not further the culture, but like try to respect that culture as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
No, me either. I mean, 'cause if you're doing it, like you said, in the not disrespectful way,
Yeah.
and it's just like, it's an art for one. Let's start there.
Mhm.
It's an art, and art is for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, I can see if you walked into some Mexican village in Mexico and stole a bunch of shit, then
Yeah.
that's different. But if you
Yeah.
just like tried a taco one day from a street, then it was like this is amazing, and then did your own research and perfected it on your own. Okay, that's what you like to cook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I told you I met this white lady that made some collard greens better than anybody I've ever had in my life.
I
No,
know.
I'm just saying.
You was like, am I losing my black card right now?
Look,
What's going on?
look, those shits fucked me up. I mean, I must sound real racist and prejudiced at this moment, and everybody that knows me knows I'm not. But when she gave it to me, I was like, they'll be all bland and shit. No, motherfucker, no. No, motherfucker, no. I needed more. I was like, yo, they were like, how'd you do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like,
There's this dude in New York who he owned. I think it's in New York, but there's this restaurant called Pak Pak, but it's a Thai restaurant. But the dude that runs it is this white dude, and every year he goes back to Thailand and just does more research and finds like recipes and stuff or different foods out there, and he tries to bring them to America. Like, to me, that's dope. Like, you're so enthralled by this other culture that like you want to dedicate your life to exploring and turning that art into what you're all about.
now that shit is dope because think about it. Not everybody's gonna have an opportunity to go to Thailand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? However, they might have the opportunity to go to your restaurant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you can bring that experience to them,
Yeah.
then that might motivate them to like do some things different to go to Thailand on their own. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean the world is supposed to be about sharing.
Exactly.
Who wants to get something and keep it to themselves?
Exactly. I think that's
You know
why,
what I'm saying?
to me, that's why America is such a great place, because like it's there's this joke, I forget who it was, but I think it was who's the dude from Chappelle's show. Um,
Which one?
he helped write Chappelle's show.
Oh, the white dude, his partner?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know his name. What are you talking about?
God damn, I literally just watched his special like yesterday.
Hmm.
God damn. Nick. Is it Nick? Or whatever. But anyways, he has this joke. You ever seen the Chinese gymnastics team? Let me guess. All Chinese? Yeah, because when you see like the American gymnastics team, you got white
Oh
people,
shit.
black people, all this. And he goes, yeah, what about the Chinese?
Mm,
Let me guess. All Chinese? Yeah.
that's actually okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why America is so great, because like it's such a melting pot. There's so many different cultures here
Hmm.
To think that like there's some people that are like, oh, you're not allowed to do that because you're not that culture. It's like, hey man, like there's bigger shit out there to worry about than
Yeah, for real.
someone making fucking oxtail who ain't Jamaican. Like, come on, shut up.
True. Oh man.
I get it though. If someone is, say, I make money making rap music, but
Hmm.
then when I'm not making rap music, I'm talking shit about black people. Yeah, okay, that's appropriation. Like, stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you're entrenched in the culture, then fuck it, keep going.
Yeah. Especially if it's like if it's a love for you, not just a job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
But I mean, okay, so and one of the reasons why I bring that up is because and with cultural appropriation, it always feels like unnecessary hate, and I feel like with Zack Snyder, he gets a lot of unnecessary hate for his movies. And when I was reading Twitter and all this shit and seeing the hate for this movie, I
Mhm.
thought he might have just like shit the bed on part two, but it's good. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know why people are complaining about this movie. I really don't.
I mean, everybody's a critic. Everybody has their own thought process, and anybody can talk shit behind the keyboard. We know that nowadays.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. Um, shit, there were probably people that got casted for the movie and they couldn't fucking chop hay right, so they got fired and got mad about it. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Shit.
you don't look good in slow motion. We're gonna stop this. That's probably
Oh
why
man.
everybody's in good shape. Because if you're not in good shape and you gotta go in slow motion, like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like Grimace, bro.
Oh man.
I don't know. I really I don't get what people want from movies nowadays sometimes. Because I get sometimes, people are looking for a deeper but there's sometimes people are looking for something that they're looking too deep into a movie.
Hmm.
Or they're looking for the faults when watching the movie, so they're not enjoying the movie that's in front of them.
Mm.
It was Man of Steel.
Mhm.
People hated that movie because they're like, that's not my Superman. Superman would never act like that. But it's like, was the movie good? Was that story good? Then maybe let them tell the fucking story that they're trying to tell.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I asked if Zack Snyder did that one because when I went and seen it, of course the buildup of it was long as fuck. And I'm like, okay, Superman's looking like slow motion Superman, you know what I'm saying? Like he ain't
Mhm.
gonna be the Man of Steel. But once that shit took off and they had to start fighting, and he was like doing like Dragon Ball Z shit for like one scene to the next and just hit people, I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, okay. Yeah.
Well,
When they actually took off in that one, that shit was dope. When
yeah.
it took off, it took the fuck off.
I love that movie because like it spent time showing you this is how he grew up. This is
Hmm.
what he went through. In a certain way, like this is why Clark Kent is more human than any other Superman was before. Because before it was always really goody two shoes fucking Clark Kent, out there trying to fucking save the world. And it's like that ain't how people really are.
Hmm.
People deal with shit. And then in Man of Steel, you saw Clark Kent who dealt with shit. So when
Yeah.
it was time for him to save the world, he tried to save the world like a kid who might have some anger issues or
Mm.
might have a temper.
Okay.
So I like that aspect of that movie.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I still don't know why people hated this movie because I really like
Yeah, I mean, I don't see I don't see a reason to hate it. I thought it was a good watch. The action, next, especially if you watch the first one, then you got to see the second one because you got to
it.
finish the story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I felt like it finished strong.
Well,
The,
there's a whole another version of this movie coming out in July, right?
another version of it, or like added to this one.
No, a whole like it's from what Zack Snyder says is it's gonna be feel like a pretty much a whole different movie.
Okay.
So what happened is okay. So when he was making Rebel Moon, he wanted to make. I don't know if you ever seen the comic book Heavy Metal.
Mm-mm.
It's just crazy aliens, all this shit, sex, all this crazy stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the kind of movie he wanted to make. And so Netflix was like, you know, we'll let you make that movie, but is there any way that you can cut it and make like a PG-13 movie so that everyone can try to watch it?
Mm,
So he said, okay, if they allow him to make the movie exactly how he wants to make it, hard R, all this crazy shit, then yeah,
yeah,
he'll make a version that's where he cuts it up or whatever, and it makes it for the masses because they're gonna allow him to release the version that he wants to release. So
gotcha.
in July, they're gonna release, these same two movies, but with all the shit that Zach actually wanted in the movie.
See, and that pisses me off because I feel the same way about fucking Justice League.
Yeah.
The long version was so much better, and I feel like it needed to be the long version.
Yeah.
Versus the short version. So if this movie in the different version is so much better, why are you fucking it up? You know what I'm saying? Which I mean, I get it for cultural people purposes, whatever, but still.
Well, I mean, I get it because like, I guess when you're putting up a certain amount of money for a movie, you want as much people to see it as possible. And if you
Mm,
got this crazy rated R movie that's, it's gonna chop the people who might watch it down in half because it's too
hmm
crazy, then I'm like, all right, can you make a version that's, accessible to everyone at least?
I mean, shit, I don't even see that happening because how much shit is out there now as a series or whatever that's showing all kinds of crazy shit, like Squid Games that people talked about on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You watch Squid Games?
No, I didn't.
Really? Man,
I mean,
that's racist, bro. That's
I
racist.
never, no, shit, I watched Dragon Ball Z, so no, we're even.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, but
first of all, what? Dragon Ball Z is about aliens. They
no,
ain't Asian.
it's Japanese. It's Japanese based.
Who cares? Just because listen, is Darkwing Duck about white people?
It's about a duck. It has dark wings.
It's American.
But nah, what I was saying was Squid
It's-
Games. I didn't watch it because I didn't want to believe the hype. I didn't want to fall into the trend of watching it. Plus, I don't watch much TV, no way, shit. The
Bro,
most TV I watch is the movies for this podcast.
yeah. Watch Squid Games, bro. It's good.
Mm,
Cause man, motherfucker, you'll see what motherfuckers do for money.
okay, it ain't like the other shit that we watched.
Fucking Animal World.
Yeah, that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was like fucking like that was like playing Yu-Gi-Oh, but just watching people play the card games, not like actual like the crazy demons and shit.
Mm.
No,
So
Squid
what this
Games
guy
is
do?
crazy because like what you got?
It's another semi pulled up. He's looking like he don't know where the fucking park. It's a big ass fucking parking lot. Dude, pick a spot. There's only two of us in here.
He about to you but the only other thing that he's gonna pull up right next to you. Hey bruv, you got you got some chicken?
I don't, you know what's funny? Even though I got the headphones on, he
Mhm.
does sound like he parked on this side of me.
Yeah, maybe he's scared. Like I wouldn't want to park if I park far away from you, I'd be like, oh, this guy's creepy dude over there. But
Look,
what are you
shit.
doing that you got to be on the other side of the parking lot right now?
Look, honestly, I was telling who was I talking to? Might have been you earlier when I said I always find a way. I look for my exit before my entry when I pull into a parking spot.
Yeah.
I need to know how to get out before I get in there,
Mhm.
so that I can't get blocked in. I can find a way to maneuver because the truck is so goddamn big. You get stuck in this shit. You run over somebody's lawn or whatever the case may be. That's just fucked up. So I always park it away where I have a straight shot to the exit.
I feel like that applies to a lot of things in your life. Like when you getting into something, you're like, let me work on my exit before I work on my entry.
You know what's funny about that? You're not wrong. I'll have 3 exits planned out before I even do anything for the entry.
All you got, yeah,
You know,
you're Sarah, on this one. What I need you to do is kick this girl in the face. Use that as my exit strategy.
oh man,
Oh, no,
like, that's fucked up. Like I actually know I actually know how to leave before the situation even gets before I start the situation. Is that fucked up? Like I'm gonna go in here and I know I'm about to raise hell and I'm gonna exit that way
well,
quickly.
I mean, it's not fucked up. That means you're always aware, which means
Mm,
which in your case, what you've been through, yeah, you got to be aware. But it might stop you from being able to really enjoy, a moment or a scenario because the first thing you're thinking about, like you got your guards up.
hmm, hmm.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I feel like if I saw this movie Rebel Moon in theaters, I would have loved to see it in theaters, and I think I would have been really. I would think I would have been happy leaving the theater after this one, but I would have had to see the whole movie
Okay.
because I think if I had saw the first one in theaters,
Hmm.
I might have been more inclined to. If I wasn't such a big Zack Snyder fan, I'd have been more inclined to wait till this one came out on video,
Hmm.
and then when I see it, I'm like, oh man, I should have saw this in fucking theaters.
Okay, so let me ask you this then, because the admiral, she already killed him in the first one.
Mhm.
How do you feel about his death in the second one?
So his death in the second one was when. That's one of the scenes where I wish they had put it in slow motion.
Thank you. I thought the same shit.
I like that. I like the fact that he got trapped, whatever, and she just
Mhm.
grabbed a sword and just went at him.
Yeah,
It's like okay, like I'm not gonna wait for you to try to plead, do whatever. Like no, it's done. But like I feel like as she was cutting through him, it should have fucking put that in slow motion.
yeah.
Right? I'd
That's what I thought.
have much rather seen that than fucking motherfuckers like making flour.
I felt like, okay, the first one she stabbed him through the heart or in the chest or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this one she took his head off, which I thought, okay, the kill was better in the second one because it has to be. How you gotta make it better?
Yeah.
But and took his head off. Okay, cool. But like you said, the fact that he got trapped, that he was sitting like screaming, she just turned around and grabbed the sword real quick, like no thinking or nothing.
Yeah.
And like that part should have been slowed down. Like yeah, I feel the same way. So yeah, I agree with you.
All right. So tell me, is there a scene in there that like you were just like, okay, that just didn't need to be in slow? Besides the cut in the wheat, because okay, there is one more. Yeah, go ahead. There's one more.
No, I was listening to you. Oh, a scene that didn't need to be in there.
No, that didn't need to be in slow motion. Even and honestly didn't need to be in there, but it was in there and also in slow motion. Like there is parts of this movie where I was like, you could cut this out. If you cut out a bunch of this and a bunch of the first one, you can make it one movie. That'd be really good.
For some reason, I only got one scene stuck in my head, and it's the part where in the end battle and they're fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to say she's in the engine room, but she jumps off and with the fire behind her, lets off like 3 shots in slow motion.
Yeah. Where she jumps down. She's
Yeah,
jumping into like the little pile of whatever.
yeah. I know. I didn't feel like that part should have been slow motion.
I liked it in slow motion, but
Mhm.
it didn't look like somebody who knew how to jump.
Okay, so that's probably the problem then, because something about that scene was wrong.
It's literally the pose that she hit. It's like that's someone who's in my head is like they're thinking, okay, I'm gonna hit a cool pose.
Mm,
Versus someone who's like, I gotta jump down and land in a fucking pile of whatever.
gotcha.
Like for instance, you seen the second Shazam?
I never seen the first one.
Oh, really? There's a scene where Billy Batson runs and jumps off the roof, and he yells Shazam, but his pose,
Okay. I don't know why I thought just okay. I don't know why I thought about that Shaq movie from back in the day.
you mean Kazam,
There you go.
the fucking genie, the black genie?
Oh, that's what I was. I never seen the first one. Shit. Okay. So yeah, Shazam. I did see the first Shazam. I didn't see the second one. Oh shit.
Speaking of, before we get into this, you remember Steel? The Shaq Superman movie?
No, I don't.
So Shaq played Steel, which is Steel's like a version of Superman. He's got like a whole steel suit, but he's got the
Oh, okay. Okay, you know what? I didn't see that movie either, but I do remember it.
yeah, fucking Shaq. He's dressed up as Steel, but motherfucker got a hammer and a machine gun for some reason, or like a shotgun, and he running around, and he looked like fucking I don't know. Just it's one of the ugliest looking costumes I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Spawn movie. This motherfucker got all these fucking crazy gadgets or like special powers, but like most of the movie is him running around with a machine gun.
Would you like to see a new Spawn redone?
Oh yeah.
Would you like to see Michael Jai White do it?
Well, supposedly they were trying to do a lower budget Spawn movie after the first Deadpool came out, and it was supposed to be Todd McFarlane was supposed to be directing it, and Jamie Foxx was supposed to play Al Simmons.
Really
Yeah, but I don't know whatever happened with it.
interesting.
Yeah. Okay. But okay, so here's a scene in the movie that after they brought it back and they talked about it. Okay, I said I see why it was in the movie, but it
Hmm
needed to be in slow motion. When when this motherfucker was just dunking his little canteen in the water, I was like, what? Slow motion.
Look, okay, I thought the same thing, and that's why I had another. I thought it was another fucked up drunk thought because that part stood out to me too. Like I don't know, like I don't know, like trying to make a sexy black man or some shit. Like, oh, watch you drink the water in the hot sun, just like a pilgrim or a fucking a 1960s baseball player or some shit.
He looked like what's his name? Who's the black dude that raced the train with the fucking or the machine with building the fucking train tracks? Um
Oh, Michael Clark Duncan. In you talk about
no, not Green Mile.
no, not that. You talking about the movie about the shit.
Well, I mean, who's the person like the character? Is it with John Henry or something like that?
Mm, that sounds familiar.
I think it's John Henry where he's like it's a black dude with a hammer and he's racing like a machine that like puts all the
And put
fucking
the stakes in there.
yeah
Yeah,
yeah. That's who he's dressed like.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, like if you're trying to they were trying to make it look like, he's drinking alcohol.
Hmm
Supposed to think he's drinking alcohol the whole time out of his thing, but
Yeah.
they find out it's actually water because he doesn't want anybody to know that he's actually like this war is actually on his mind.
Yeah.
But you show this motherfucker in slow motion dunking the shit in water, you know? I don't know.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's like, what is it? The Hobbit and the Hobbit, the Desolation of Small. Like sometimes it feels like they add a bunch of stuff in a movie just to stretch it out.
Yeah, but if it comes together in the end, then it doesn't seem bad.
No, I get that, but like when I watch this movie and then I watch part one, I'm like, okay, I like both movies, but there's clearly some stuff in there where like if you cut these parts out, you can put them together and make one really good, like 3-hour movie versus
Okay.
two, 2-hour movies.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh
I don't know. I mean, because sometimes that stuff is needed. Like I told you, you haven't watched Dead Reckoning yet.
no,
And I told you, the reason why I didn't want to watch it because it was long as fuck.
how long is
But
it?
once I want to say it's close to 3 hours.
Okay,
But when I sat and watched it, like I said, before I knew it, the movie was over.
yeah,
And I was actually waiting for the rest of it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So if a movie's done right, it can be that long and still keep you entertained.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, like I said, Justice League. Like
Well, just okay, yeah, got you.
after watching the 4-hour Justice League movie, I'm like, I wouldn't have cut anything out.
Mm,
I see like why I understand why a studio would be like, we can't put a 4-hour movie out because we need as much people to go watch this movie as possible. And if it's, for if this movie's 4 hours long and then it's competing against a 2-hour movie, boy, they're gonna get double the amount of tickets sold in the same amount of time as movie gets.
mm,
Good Lord, bro.
yeah, excuse me.
That's black pepper. That's what it is.
Oh shit. Something like that.
Yeah, but yeah, I get it from a monetary standpoint. Like, you're trying to maximize the amount of tickets sold in order to make
Mhm.
money back. But if the movie's good, people are gonna go watch it. If you're putting out
Yeah.
an inferior product, you're betting on that first week. Then after the fucking the reviews and all that shit comes in, like you're gonna see those numbers go down.
Do you think the last Avengers was worried about ticket sales and everything in that 3 hour long movie?
Listen, that's not a good comparison.
That's a good question though. Do you think they were worried about ticket sales knowing they made a 3 hour long movie?
No, not at all. But
No,
here's
because
why.
it has
Here's why.
such a build up.
Yeah, they had a 10-year fucking build up to it. Like if you had people that were invested in it for 10 years, like they're like, all right, they're gonna go see this movie. So
Hmm.
you don't have to worry about, doing any recaps. You don't have to worry about like catching everybody up. The people that are going to go see this movie they've been following us for 10 years. They're going to go see it. A better example would be the new Batman movie, the one with fucking Robert Pattinson.
Okay, yeah, because that was 3 hours too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, there's a chance like, oh, you got fucking the dude from Twilight playing Batman,
Hmm.
and all this shit. So you got fucking the Riddler. Like, you're taking a chance on, are people gonna like this movie enough that it's gonna make its money? But it did, because the movie was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
That's all you got to worry about, is, are you making a good movie?
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like with the way streaming is, that like, one is not a necessity to go into theaters anymore.
Yeah,
Two,
which sucks.
yeah, I know, because I love going to theaters. But
Mhm.
two, if you're gonna go in theaters, you gotta put something good out there. Because if you don't, like, it's gonna fall off fast, because there's so much more options for people to watch.
Yeah, yeah. Too
Yeah,
many options. Shit.
so don't worry about don't worry about the length of it. Worry about the quality. If, as long as you put it out good, you can keep a movie in the theaters for a long ass time. Look at fucking Avatar 2.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, but I was telling you before, I watched that movie Civil War.
Yeah.
God damn, I wish I could get that 2 hours back.
I never heard of it, so
Yeah, I think I saw a trailer at some point, but yeah, I thought it was, gonna be a good what is it, like, commentary on, the state of the United States and what it might get to. Because from what I
yeah.
heard, it was supposed to be something where it's like, this is a kind of it doesn't lean left or right. It's just kind of a broad view of like, this is what's going on in the world,
Okay.
but it's very clearly left leaning, and
Mm.
it's just but it doesn't really, I don't know. It's hard to describe.
Okay.
It's just, if you get a chance, watch it. You tell me what you think.
All right, we'll see.
You ain't gonna watch it. You're like, no, I
That's
can't
that.
watch that. Trolls 25 just came out.
Look, I said we'll see. Shit. I told you I barely watch TV. It's been shit, I feel like I drive 20 damn hours a day.
Oh, I know what you mean. I barely watch anything because I'm like sewing all the time. All I do is, only time I can watch a movie is when I'm on a plane, or if I'm like in a hotel room.
Man.
I can't do it. I can't sew. So I'm just, all right, let's take care of this.
I think that's why that movie, like, even though I can say it sucked ass, that's just me because it didn't suck ass. But why it was so hard for me to like kind of get into it
What,
because it
fucking
was so
Box
slow
Out?
paced. Yeah, is because like my everyday schedule. So when I had the time to sit down and watch it, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done driving. I'm watching. It's like,
Nah, this is no
okay, nah.
this is exactly what happened. All right, you saw you saw the poster, and you was like, all right, cool, animated movie, right up my alley. Then when you saw them real people, you're like, what, bait and switch?
Nah, not at
I
all.
don't want none of this skin. What's going on here?
Look, I like skin. I see Silence of the Lambs.
I'm trying to look at this pixelized pussy, and all you giving me is this skin. And
Oh shit. Oh man.
uh,
Oh
so
shit.
I mean, all right. So the prospect of a new Rebel Moon, but with like crazy R-rated, that was fucking gross, bro.
My bad. I moved the mic. I didn't still hear it.
It's just, you got fucking sinus problems, bro. I think you need a mic.
I do, man. Allergy season whooped my ass last week. So I'm still feeling it now.
Yeah, that was me during WrestleMania week. That week after, just, it was bad. A lot of sniffles and shit.
Yeah.
But are you interested in the prospect of a Rebel Moon, but like just on a crazy kind of out there, like crazy violence, crazy, all this crazy shit in there?
Oh, the fact that that is an option, yes, because it might make more sense. I might have a different like I said, different love for it. Because like I said, I don't hate the movie,
Yeah,
especially watch them both together. But knowing that there's supposed to be like a whole lot more and make it look all crazy, it might make more sense being
yeah,
in different universes and everything else because this it's not just one planet. They're going across the universe looking for different shit. And this one universe has grain. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, yeah, so
Yeah, I think I just the idea that you're gonna get to see what a director like initially wanted.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
this is the story that he wanted to tell. This is the story that he put together because the studio asked for just a more, you know, pared down version. I get it,
Mm.
but I want to see the story that the person intended to make.
Gotcha.
You know, authentic art. All right, man. Final thoughts on Rebel Moon 2.
A good close for the first one.
Mhm.
Um, no real deep story, but a good watch. You know, like I don't give it. I don't think it's up there with the other Zack Snyder movies, but it's definitely not the bottom.
Okay. If Rebel Moon 3 came out, would you watch it?
I would. I'm too
Based off
invested in now.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. I like this movie. I like part 2 better than part 1, but it's very clearly a one movie split in two. It's not two
Mhm.
movies that make one story.
Yeah.
So you got to watch, you know, both. If a third part came out, I'd definitely watch because you can see where it could go, and
Yeah.
you could see the elements where they're like, oh, they could have learned from this and then, you know, elevated on the next one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good basis. I don't know if it's gonna come out, but if it does, I'll be right there watching it.
I agree.
All
Gotta
right.
see how it ends.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Like
that's
I heard,
go ahead.
like I heard from a friend of mine that I gotta see Dune 2 because it'll make Dune 1 make sense. And I'm like, I really don't want to,
Okay. So,
but
okay, that's I forgot to ask you because, like, you know, in seeing this, I'm like, okay, maybe I should give Dune 2 a watch because I hear Dune 2 is kind of like this, where, you know, part 1 was all the buildup, and now part 2
mm,
is where all the action kicks in.
yeah.
Yeah. Plus, that dude that played Elvis is in it, and supposedly he's fucking crazy in that movie.
He was he the first one? I don't remember him in the first one.
I don't remember him in the first one,
Mm.
but I saw a clip of him from like a trailer, and I'm like, yo, this dude looks nuts.
Hmm.
He's supposed to be
Okay.
really good in the movie.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Eventually, I'll sit down and watch it when I feel like I want to deal with it.
yeah, same. Because I'm not in any rush to watch it, but it might be one of those movies that like maybe I see it, I'm like, fuck, I should have saw this in theaters.
Hmm.
It's just because you know the graphics are probably going to be because that first one, like, there was some grand like CGI, so like it makes you, I don't know.
Yeah. But who knows?
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. Once again, it is your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, get ready for Delta. Y'all be good out there.
And you know what? You know, if you listen to this, you tell us, what do you think canned pussy juice should taste like?
Canned pussy juice. Yeah.
Should it be in an
I,
aluminum can
I
or a
feel
tin can?
I feel like bottle. I feel like bottled would be better. Mason
Um,
jar, my opinion.
it needs to come in a tin can, like the coconut water from the Puerto Rican store. Every time you
Oh God.
dirty pipes.
No. Oh shit.
You know, there was one
Uh.
time, I'm not gonna say who, but like I I knew someone who had made some pasta, right?
Okay.
Like a fucking like ziti or some shit like that, and they had
Mhm.
it in like the serving trays, and I fucking had some, and I was like, this person got dirty pipes. It just don't. It just tastes weird.
That's that means one of two things. You either are too fucking fat for your own good, or you know fucking dirty pipe water or whatever when you know.
Bro, now listen. If you tasted it, you would say the same exact thing. You'd be like, yeah, this person got either bad water or bad pipe. Something's up right now because this don't
That's crazy.
don't taste tomato sauce.
If you could taste bad water in the food you rinsed off with or boiled it in, damn, damn.
Well, no, okay, I'm gonna be honest. It tasted like they had pasta sauce
Hmm.
and they add a little bit of water into the pasta sauce to, like, you know,
Mm.
bring it up, whatever. But the
Yeah.
water just wasn't, you know.
You never add water. You add beer or wine.
Yeah, red wine. I'd add red wine. I'd add some
Mhm.
tomato sauce, some tomato paste, some shit. I'd add some chicken stock.
Hmm.
You know,
Interesting. Okay.
it tastes like they went out to the fucking radio flyer wagon in the back. scooped us some water. I was like, all right, this is flavor.
They dipped a cup of water like he dipped this flask into it. Oh man. Oh shit.
I still remember that taste to this day. Like
That's terrible.
I was just like, yeah, it tastes like dirty pipes.
You said these people got bad pipes. That's fucking terrible. Yo, damn. Oh shit.
All right, we out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
I'm a warrior.